It was actually really fucking boring. And I was just falling asleep in all my classes, as I usually do. But I always have to keep myself entertained. Nathan, do you ever find yourself falling asleep in class?
Okay. So I get about 4 hours of sleep a day. You know what I'm saying? So around 8 a.m., that's when I'm feeling my most tired. But once I get out of that first class, then everything's like cool. I got my energy back. Just drink a little coffee, like everybody's drug, slap myself a bit, get in the zone, and I'm good now. I do days off though.
I have to keep myself entertained. Otherwise, I'm gonna fall asleep. So I developed some things to keep me awake. They're probably not the best things to do, but they kind of are at the same time. Like today, or not today, the other day actually, last week, I kind of have a little story to tell. Like most days, whenever I get busy, I keep myself busy. And one of the things I do to keep myself busy during the lecture, some of my lecture classes are really large. They're like 300 students. Jesus. So what do? I decide to have a little bit of fun.
300? Yeah, that makes sense. What do you do though?
I go on my phone, and then I go to the settings, and I change the name of my phone to the name of the professor that's teaching the class. So I just put like the first and last name, or I put like Professor so and so.
Okay.
So I'll change the name to like the name of the professor, and I'll just go through my camera roll, and I'll just look up a bunch of like memes that I have saved, and then I'll share those randomly to a bunch of people under the professor's name. So for an example, some of the pictures that I'll send is like
you got a list. I'm already ready for.
Nathan's looking at my list right now. I have a picture of Pikachu with a fat old booty. And then I have a picture of Mr. Krabs, super buff and like with a six pack, wearing like little boy booty shorts.
Looking like that, what's it called? Like Larry.
Looking like Larry.
Living like Larry.
Mm-hmm. And then I have a picture of Shrek that says, "Let's have Shreks." Always a classic. Always a classic. And then I have just random pictures of like.
Must you destroy everything from my childhood?
I have a picture of a bum just getting domed for no reason. I don't know.
Dome.
He's just getting domed. I have a bunch of random pictures on my phone. Just like I don't know.
And you were out here giving me shit last episode of like, oh, so that's what you do in your like while you're in class, huh? You just take notes on other people's language while you're out here fucking sending memes to the whole fucking class.
Yeah, but
giving me shit, dog.
I have to keep awake, otherwise I'm gonna fall asleep.
Oh, that's the excuse. Whoa, I needed energy, so I just fuck around and just never pay attention to the actual professor he's teaching. What? I needed energy, professor.
At least I'm awake.
Dude, I just pray one of these days he finds out.
I airdrop it to him on accident.
Okay.
And it just pops up on his laptop. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, he's looking through his presentation, and he sees like a little notification. Airdrop from myself. What the? He clicks on it, and then it shows on the whole screen in front of the whole class. All right, who did this? Who did it?
Nah, I'm not fessing up. No, I'm not fessing up. Fuck that. Oh my god. So the other day, this actually something like this kind of, I don't say something like this, but
what?
I did something kind of funny that occurred from it, because I have a wireless Beats. So whenever I turn on my Beats, the notification on my phone kind of comes up, and it slides up and it says, "Do you want to?" Basically asking me if I want to pair my phone to the Beats. But I gave my Beats a custom name to them.
Everybody does that. What'd you name yours?
I named my Beats Dope Ass Do Rag Ass Nigga Beats. Or wait, hold on, I fucked that up. It's you know what? I'm gonna pull it up real quick. I'm sorry. Let me just pull this up. It's gonna be a quick second.
All I heard was do rag.
Do rag Dope Ass Nigga Beats.
You know, the do rag part is the worst part to me.
That's what I have it as.
Disgusting. Why would you ever say that?
I was sitting in class and I turned off my Beats, and then I look over at some girl's phone like in front of me, and I see like a picture of like the little. I see a kind of like a glimpse of like the little Beats, and I was like, oh, my Beats are on. And I go and I look and they're on, so I turn them off. But I look at her phone again and the thing is still there. And I was like, oh shit, that's a fucking picture. She sent out a screenshot of the picture to her friend, and I looked at it. I'm like, why the fuck would you send it to them? Why would you send like, hey? No, I just like, why would you send a
weirded out
picture
by
of
it.
like somebody's random beats, like trying to connect? Like,
Because it's a funny name, that's why.
I didn't. That's actually what happened, dude. The name popped up, but I didn't realize that at the time until I looked at it closely, and then she had like LMAO under it, and I was like, oh my god, she knows. So like,
She
I was
knows.
just the whole time I was just waiting for her to turn around and like look at me and be like, oh, you're the guy.
But, so
yeah,
she did it though? She never did?
No, she never
She
turned
should have
around.
said like,
should have tapped her on the shoulder like,
that's me.
those are my beats. That would have been hilarious.
Shoulder
I should have
to him
done
too,
that.
and just play.
I had him around my neck.
Exactly. And I don't know, just had a little chuckle.
I don't know.
Either way.
I do a lot of things to fuck around. Today was such a boring day. What I like to do is if I'm not messing around on my phone, then I try like just goofing off in class. So like for like the discussion classes, like the smaller classes when we have like TAs, I try to like my challenge is like I gotta make the class and the TA laugh. I gotta like say something absurd. So like for an example, I was just kind of like, what did I say? We're talking about Julius Caesar, and I was saying like, oh well, you know, let's say, like in today's society, there's a bunch of like slander or like people try to ruin people's name for like to get votes. You know, like you don't want to vote for this person because they do like this and this, or they believe in certain values.
Right.
So I'm like, back in ancient Rome, what could you have possibly said to have like steer clear of a citizen voting for somebody in that democratic?
I didn't even know Rome was a democracy. So
yeah,
you're filling me in on this.
Yeah, it's a democracy. Like I mean, back in Rome, it was like I mean, it was a little bit more of like a direct democracy.
Yeah,
It had like
a number of votes equals you're the king, right?
Yeah, because like nowadays, I mean, we vote for representatives, but back then it was like his assembly of like, and back then it was mostly like guys, just because guys.
Oh come on!
I mean that's just how times were.
Yeah, we know how this is. For sure.
You know, guys were allowed to vote, and they even had like policy of like you had to be a part of the army in order to vote. So
shit.
Yeah, and then that's when like, you know, iron came in because iron was a cheap supply that you could use weaponry with, and if you were part of the army, you're rich. But once iron came out, that was like the fresh new cop, and a bunch of people were able to vote.
It looks like Gabe wasn't actually bullshitting his whole way through school. Look at that, bro. He's actually learning something.
Teaching you guys something. Teach you guys
history, a Roman history of anything. Okay, so continue with your story. What did you learn from Julius Caesar?
And the thing is, I asked the TA, what could you have possibly said? Because I don't know if their policies were as complex as some of ours. Because nowadays, if you don't say that you're for the gay community, you're obviously homophobic. Yeah. Well, you know what? If this person didn't say that they weren't homophobic, so that means they're homophobic. Like, what the fuck type of shit is that?
Well, it's because, like, are you a liberal or conservative?
Dude, I don't even get into politics, honestly. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm a liberal, right? And if it's that mentality, bro. It's either you're against us or you're with us.
That's stupid.
It's stupid somewhat, but like, I can agree with some of the aspects of it. Obviously not all of it, because some of it's just like, well, if you support this person, then like you're just completely dead to us, you know?
Yeah.
Like you serve no purpose.
Yeah.
So obviously that's a little dumb. But in the terms of like Julius Caesar, what did he teach or whatever? What was promoted by him that like people were against him?
According to my TA, he said so like what people would say about Julius Caesar is that they would say like he was very feminine, and they would say like he's gay. So like they would kind of like pass off like that type of like gossip, and they'd be like, oh, he's gay, yeah, like you really want to vote for him? But
okay.
That's what I was told.
This is all news to me. I've studied. Not really. I mean, I read his what was that? The Tragedy.
Yeah.
Julius Caesar, when they kill him or whatever.
Yeah, and they stab him a bunch of times.
That's the only time I've actually read Julius Caesar. So that's interesting, dog. Julius Caesar might have been gay. I mean,
I forgot where I read it.
There was rumors he was gay.
I think I read it back in ancient. I think it was like Rome or something. I don't know if it was Rome.
Yeah.
Or Greece, that the practice of like, you know,
homosexuality
was, you know, very common. It wasn't seen as like a sexuality. It was just like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck.
Well, it's because Greeks had the reputation of being fucking like orgy, like all the time. Yeah. Like, why are all the goddesses naked?
I don't know. I don't know if it was the Greeks or the Romans, but don't quote me on that.
That's cool.
But so they would say stuff like that, and like I just kind of like I tried making a joke. So I was like, I was like, damn, that. And I'm like, they made like gossip about him doing that. He's like, yeah. They made gossip. I was like, and I'm like, dude, honestly, that guy's probably an innovator. And he was the guy. The TA kind of looked at me confused, and I was like, yeah, this dude was like the Prince of that period. Who knows? This dude was Prince, acting super feminine, but everybody knows Prince was getting hella bitches. I didn't say bitches, but I'm like, Prince was pulling hella girls.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe Julius Caesar was already using that Prince mentality or that Prince, fucking suave to get all those girls. And everybody kind of laughed. Everybody kind of thought that was funny. I just wasn't taking it seriously. I was just kind of just trying to make everybody laugh. People laughed at that.
People were trying to have a serious debate about this shit.
Yeah, people were actually having a serious debate.
And I was just like, bro, Julius Caesar was fucking gay, bro. He was taking advantage of that shit.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, this guy was getting in with all the girls.